evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for July 28th, 2017. With your hosts, Spaceburger2448 and Ramp at Epsilon.
Hi.
I guarantee you're going to just stare at your screen through it to me when we talk about the first article this week.
I don't think it'll be the first one. I think it'll be the third one.
What was the third one?
Because
that one. Okay.
I saw the picture, read the title.
I forgot about that one. Oh yeah, I threw that one because that looks stupid as shit.
It's one of those I don't know if I want to laugh at that one, or if I want to question who made that decision.
A few executives, I assume.
No, like this had to be some nobody's brilliant idea that someone up the chain decided they're like, you know, let's make this stupid. Because I guarantee it to you, that idea probably started out as a smart idea. What it evolved into is what we've got, though.
Oh, but don't worry, the first one will confuse you because you're gonna be like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah. I'm telling the truth here because this came straight from the horse's mouth.
I think you done told me about that one though, or I heard about it or something.
I probably told you about it last Friday.
I think you might have. I'm wanting to say you said it and I didn't hear it somewhere else. But, I mean, I've been watching a lot of Spike's streams, so, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure Spike's talked about it then. But before we get into articles and stuff, what have you been playing these last couple weeks?
Well, I think it's pretty clear we know what one of those is.
Two, actually.
Well, yeah.
Two, because we got tired of playing one of them.
Well, yeah. Not so much tired as aggravated.
Yeah. Super aggravated on my part because I don't know what the fuck was happening there.
Well, Crash was living up to his name. I mean...
Yeah, he was literally crashing my game every 20, 30 minutes, I think.
Yep. And then I hit the level that I hate.
Yeah. I'm starting to wonder, wait, how the fuck did this get 2 more games? But now I also understand why a lot of the Crash developers think Crash 1's kind of bad, even though they worked on it. This makes a lot more sense now. It really does, because this game is kind of bad.
Yeah. But, yeah. There's that. The other major thing has been Splatoon 2.
How is the Splatoon 2?
They need to change how they're doing Salmon Run.
That is a complaint I've heard a lot, and I have to agree with it.
I get they want to do the whole rotation thing to where people aren't just focusing on one aspect of the game. But at the same time, they need to kind of leave that open. Or if they're going to open it on like set days, open it for a full day. Because like one of the recent ones that I noticed was like 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. So a 12-hour window, meaning the chances are half the world didn't even get to play it during that time.
Yeah.
It's one of those, if they're gonna do it that way, they need to run it for 24 hours at a time. If they wanted to split that 24 hours between the 2 maps we've got, then that would be fine too, but it needs to run the full length. Honestly, it's been hard for me to get into Turf Wars long enough to get to the ranked mode stuff.
Hmm.
Like, I'm just not really interested in Turf Wars. And that's kind of weird.
Well, are you like high up there in the levels to really be messing with a lot of the new stuff?
Nope. I got to 6, and that was it. I kind of been focusing more on trying to speedrun the campaign part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's not going too hot.
Mm-hmm. How's the story? Since I know you beat it because you were going to do a New Game Plus run.
I get why they did it the way they did, but it kind of is a rehash, like you said.
What's weird is I said that only because of the final boss.
I mean, there are different elements in this, and yes, the story can kind of stand on its own because you do get like insight as to what happened from the first one to a point.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, this is really just we changed a few things and did it again.
And also that super important plot point of the Squid Sisters and what ended up being kidnapped. Like literally, it could have been either one. It didn't matter. It literally does not matter.
But I do like the fact that they actually did try to implement it based off of the final Splatfest for Splatoon.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good little throwback to be like, yeah, look, we're not just turning our backs on that game, we're still taking it and moving forward.
What might be a problem is the fact that a lot of the stuff involving the Squid Sisters and the fallout from the Splatfest may not be in the game. It may only be in the website story or the website little prologue before the Splatoon 2 story starts.
Yep.
So unless that's in the game, if you're just picking up the game, like, yeah, there's a little bit more story here that gives you a different idea how this game's going to go. But then that stuff, like that potential maybe conflict that doesn't really go anywhere, like goes nowhere.
Literally.
Yeah.
Also, you know how I said about how all the levels are harder than the first game?
Mm-hmm.
I find it immensely stupid how much easier the final boss is as opposed to the first time.
Well, you don't have to do a lot of tricky platforming while fighting him. Like he's a standard boss.
Yeah. And what makes it worse is the elements that made him complicated in the first game no longer exist.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of shows, okay, you take away the tricky platforming, the narrow bridges that you're on and all that, he's not that hard. Also, you add the like delay that you can use to hit his gloves back into him. Because literally he can punch the ground and the fist still be in the ground and you can launch it right back at him.
Oh, Jesus. That is way more time than you need.
It's like, I get why you did that, because so many people were like, yeah, that is a steep difficulty curve on the first one. But when the rest of the game is challenging, and then you take the final boss that should have been challenging and make him easier and just long and drawn out, it's like, yeah.
I think that from the look of it, the only tricky portion of that boss fight maybe is the last grind rail section, and that's only because the Rainmaker is different. And yeah, I guess not.
Nope, because you can have it charged even while you're jumping. So it's not a case of you have to charge it while you're not jumping. You can charge it just as soon as you get a chance and still jump to dodge his attacks.
Well,
there's nothing complicated with that.
do you even have to like arc it real bad since it's an
No.
artillery shot?
No, you can
Wow.
point it point blank and it's fine.
Oh Jesus! I did see Omni on Twitter talk about how, like, if you have the Rainmaker in Splatoon 2, you need to stay in the back. And I feel like, wow, that is so different from Splatoon 1 with Rainmaker mode. Because in Splatoon 1, if you have Rainmaker, you should be front and center because you are literally making the path that you need to go on. Like, you need to be front and center leading the charge. But now you have to be in the back, like, arcing shots over your teammates. So that... Is that the only change they've made to the ranked modes?
I believe so. But that don't mean that they won't add something down the line.
Yeah.
The other thing that I find kind of a little messed up in terms of the game modes is, you know, a lot of the maps that got added in Splatoon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're in Splatoon 2 with some minor changes. That's good, don't get me wrong, but at the same time it's like, really, we don't have all new maps?
Yeah.
I mean, they took the time to make sure that the campaign maps felt different each time.
Mm-hmm.
Why wasn't the multiplayer given the same treatment? And then we could add them other maps back in afterwards?
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Splatoon 2 isn't more of a Splatoon 1.5 kind of.
It's almost as if it's just a port for the Switch by the time it's said and done.
Yeah.
It was kind of giving... It's kind of given the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe treatment, where it's really the same game, but they kind of changed some things to make it be new. Which, for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that worked because everyone knew that in advance. Splatoon 2, everyone's expecting a new game, and we kind of get like a updated Splatoon, and it's like, really?
At least the game's still good.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong there. I have clocked a lot of hours already into it. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah. I don't know if this was the right plan that they should have had for it. I don't know. Time will tell when they get more updates added to it, and we see what they focus on.
Yeah. Well, we just have one really cool looking new weapon. I hope it's good. The umbrella shooter. Like, I want to try that out, because that seems like a really unique kind of weapon for this game, considering everything we've had so far.
It definitely is different. I don't know how broke it would probably be in terms of multiplayer. Because, I mean, I've not ran across it at all, kind of deal in multiplayer.
Well, I don't think it's out yet. I think it's coming out. It's like the first, like, new weapon type that they're putting in the game.
The issue that I can see with it, but they have already introduced something that can nerf it, is the fact that it can turn one person or more on the team into a walking tank.
Oh, with the ink armor?
Well, the umbrella can, if it has the same properties as it does in the campaign, can block enemy shots without taking damage.
Yeah. But
it's on it is on a timer though.
Mm-hmm.
To that I say, you think about having a team like that set up.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a hard time hitting them for most of the match. Unless you have the splat dualies.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean they have already introduced a nerf for it, but at the same time it's like, is there enough people that are gonna be playing the splat dualies that can counter that? Or is this gonna be a Splatoon 1 roller incident all over again? Because you know as well as I do, rollers are OP.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not good with rollers, then you're screwed.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What was? I think it was in Cherry-Ona's stream. I was listening to him, and I don't think he played Splatoon 2. He only played Splatoon 1. And he was talking about how apparently rollers are like scum. I'm like, yeah, that's how people were with rollers. Like you were quite literally scum if you used a roller. Because that is how powerful rollers were in Splatoon 1.
Yep.
Like in a straight up close quarters fight, you were losing against rollers no matter what you had on you. And they had a lot, and I mean a lot of like path making capabilities that made quick rushes really easily to do. So yeah. Anything else?
No. I think that's about been it.
What about Skullgirls?
Well, yeah, but I mean, we kind of streamed that the same time that Crash was crashing for you.
Mm-hmm. Have you touched any of the story modes yet?
Nope.
Aw. I will give you a heads up. The core characters, their story modes are fairly easy. I don't think you'll have any problems with them, because I didn't. DLC characters, on the other hand, your mileage may vary. Because some are a little easy, others are really hard. And Fuka's last fight has a trick to it where you really have to work for your damage. Like, the AI will perfect block you most of the time. So you're only getting in chip damage unless you catch it off guard and are able to get a combo in. And keep that combo going. So, yeah, if you play Fuka, be prepared for that last fight, because that last fight's going to suck. I've beat most of them. Beowulf I haven't done yet, because his mirror match with Beowulf is... I got my ass handed to me hard. Like, really bad. But, things I got to play, it's 3 things, really, and there's only like 2 of them I can really talk about, because one of them I've talked about a bunch, and there's nothing more to say. Kept going with the Persona 5 New Game Plus run. Haven't gotten back to it just yet, but I might get back to it tomorrow or Sunday after I get back from the movies. Depends. Stream Shantae's Risky's Revenge for backlog stuff. I assume people who watch that are going to be screaming at me really hard there for like a half hour, as I am lost and I am checking every room except the room that I literally passed like 5 times to progress. And I think it's my own stupid fault for not checking that way, because I checked the map multiple times and I thought there was no room there on like the literal first area that I need to go to progress. I literally went all the way to where I need to be after I went to that room and came back and went as far as I could left before I went, oh, there's this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some tricky platforming stuff I had to do in Shantae later on in the game, and I'm just like, God, please tell me I don't have to do this again, because I don't want to do this tricky platforming. Literal, like, wall jumping on slim platform, or these small, like, moving up and down platforms, and having to land on it in order to do the next wall jump sequence. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that again, please. Oh God, no. That is stressful enough. Because that is tricky platforming to do on my cheap ass little Logitech controller. Actually, I don't think I was. No, I was using controller. I was using keyboard controls for that. That was all keyboard controls. Because I cannot get my controller to be cooperative and do all of the buttons it needed to do. So, yeah, no. That was all keyboard controls. But I liked it so far. I don't know how far I'm into the game. I got 2/3 of the things I was originally going out to go in the game, so I assume I'm towards the end. I streamed the last 2 maps of Valkyria Chronicles and beat them both on the first try. What's hilarious is I was talking of the difficulty of them, and then I go and proceed to whip both their asses pretty bad. Like, I don't know what it was, but I just blazed through them. And like, the final boss is a lot harder than I make him to be, especially with the RNG of the different towers that can light up. Like, I got lucky and didn't have to deal with the armored ones that I would have to use a Lancer to take down. Like, I just had to use the rest of my units to take them down and was able to rip right through the final boss. But that's honestly all I've been playing besides mobile game stuff. And there was a really late night Fire Emblem Heroes stream last night talking about stuff. Then I think I'm losing interest in Fire Emblem Heroes hard. And it's not because of the same reasons I'm losing interest in Record Keeper or finding out why I lost interest in Record Keeper. It's more of a case of I don't know what else I need to do to get better at Fire Emblem Heroes. Because I have a full team of level 40 heroes that I think should be good enough to take on the challenges I'm putting them up against, but they're not. And it's not like I'm doing anything bad tactics-wise that the game doesn't, like, expect me to do. But I don't know. Maybe I just need better heroes. But the problem is it's a gacha game, so I don't know when I'm going to get good heroes or not. Like, I have a bunch of 5-star heroes, but they're all, like, really low level, and I don't feel like grinding out experience because that's boring. And I don't want to do that for a fucking mobile game. Especially on a mobile game that has the stamina system. Granted, I have like 97 bottles of stamina because they give out stamina bottles like there's no fucking tomorrow, and I've never used any of them.
Jeez.
I literally have 90 plus stamina bottles just from giveaways. That is how many goddamn stamina balls I've had that I've never used. It is ridiculous. They give you so much of that. But, like, there's that. Record Keeper is usual Record Keeper stuff. I'm finding out that I can actually do some higher level stuff, but I do have to actually play the game, which is fine. Fate Grand Order is proving that even with the level characters I have, there's still content that I go, how the fuck am I supposed to do this content at my level? Like, the bosses have way too much goddamn health and can do way too much damage. And I have no ways of negating that damage. Like, sometimes that is very aggravating and stupid. I can't say anything about Pokemon Go raids or legendaries because, yeah, I can't do anything with that. unfortunately, until I go back to school in a month. Which, I don't know how raids are going on at the school at the moment. I did get to check out John's motion control stream Tuesday. Did you see any of that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, he showed off the Power Glove, the Sega Activator, and the Kinect. I assume you know what 2 of those 3 are, obviously.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't even know what the Sega Activator was until he explained it, and I'm like, what the hell? Okay, it's this, like, I think it's a hexagon or an octagon. I think it's an octagon that you have on the floor that you stand in the middle of. And it's got sensors on each of the sides. And there's 2 sensors per side. There's a low sensor and a high sensor. The low sensor, you have to like wave your foot over. And the high sensor, you have to wave your hands over. There is a button and a direction tied to every single one of the sides. So you can imagine where this is going. I believe for Sonic, in order to do the spin dash, he had to hold his foot out, but then hold his arm behind him in order to activate and use it. Oh my god. It was so bad. The Power Glove was really bad outside of John doing fairly good at Mario after a while with it, which was scary. Like he got a perfect 4-1. I believe it's 4-1. The Lakitu level? Or the first Lakitu level?
I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, he did that perfectly first try. With the Power Glove. And its motion control motions of, I think running was on the index finger. Like, oh my god. The controls were just all bad. If you ever wonder why no one likes motion controls, folks, go check out Proton John's Motion Control Madness stream. Then you'll see why. Because these are the games people know and have played that involve motion controls, and they're all bad. Well, the games aren't bad. The motion control systems are bad. The games are good because he's playing the original Mario, Ridge Racer, not Ridge Racer. Shit, I forgot what the racing game is. Battletoads. He did Battletoads, and he was doing the race thing you have to do. I forgot the name of it. The really tricky race thing you have to do with the Power Glove. Doing Sonic 2 with the Sega Activator. Doing Sonic Free Riders with the Kinect, and it was bad. Oh my god.
Okay. You take a bad idea for a Sonic game. You take the Kinect, which was a bad idea. Of course you're going to get a bad game.
Well, then you also have the bad DBZ fighting game that was all about the Kinect. Where he's literally doing the motions and the game's like, I get deeper. Also, you get wonderful Bagel shenanigans. Bagel literally hops into his lap for the Mario while in the middle of him playing Mario, and then proceeds to be like, oh, what's this camera? And just walks past the camera. And proceeds to be Bagel. But yeah. So, shall we get started on articles then?
I guess so.
All right. Coming out of D23, we have not only a brand new trailer, technically 2 trailers because they had an Olympus trailer and this Toy Story trailer, but we have a release year. We have a year that Kingdom Hearts 3 will be released. Maybe.
Possibly.
Hopefully. I don't believe it for a goddamn second. I will believe it when it legit fucking happens. Other than that, I don't believe a fucking second that it will actually come out next year. Because, look, this game has been in development hell for a long time. I am not expecting this anytime soon. But anyway, Sora and gang will be going to the Toy Story world and interacting with the characters from Toy Story. And their adventures with Woody and Buzz are canon to the Toy Story storyline. Like, legit. I'm not kidding. Because, as denoted by Tetsuya Nomura, this is taking place after Toy Story 2, before Toy Story 3, and I wouldn't be surprised if they say fuck it and have some tie into Toy Story 4 that's coming out. Like, legit, this game is supposed to be in canon with Toy Story. Why?
Because reasons.
No other thing Kingdom Hearts has ever done with any other Disney movie has ever been canon. Oh my god. And of course, as you can see, for this world, Sora, Donald, and Goofy look like those Lego Build-A-Figure characters. Not like Bionicle, but more like the Star Wars stuff, I want to say. Kind of. Like, I feel like they're more like model kits in this game, which feels weird compared to everyone else. Also, I think there's a meta joke in here where Woody thinks they're from a game that's coming out, or that just came out. I swear to God, if it's fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 and the goddamn story, I'm done. I can't handle your meta fucking jokes and references. Anyway, shall we take a look at the gameplay trailer?
I guess we should.
Oh, goody. It has the other trailer a part of it.
Oh, goody. It's loud, too.
Yep. Prepare for loud ass orchestral music. Also, if you're wondering what the stuff is for the Olympus part, it's a terrible decision. Just gonna say that now. It's just a bad thing. You ready?
Hold on. Thank you, YouTube player, for not being cooperative. That's what I really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm ready.
All right, taking a look at the Kingdom Hearts 3 D23 footage here in 3, 2, 1, go. But you see, is it in fact ass, as you saw earlier? But yeah, what you're seeing first off here is just the initial footage we got that was shown off, which is Olympus and a bit of Twilight Town footage, and also showing off the dual shooters, which I kind of have to agree with a lot of what Bloody Biz was saying in his analysis. There's a lot of fancy flourishing stuff that just looks slow and doesn't look like it's going to be quick and won't feel right. Also, Sora gets hit like 3 seconds before that fist actually lands on him. But yeah, I think that the quote that was overlaid all that footage, I believe that's the phrase that's going to be said at the start of the game before the opening starts for Kingdom Hearts 3. Because we always have like something like that said at the beginning of all the main games. Also, how do you enjoy Japanese Goofy and Donald voices? Doesn't it sound weird?
Yeah, it does.
It just sounds so weird. We had a bunch of plot stuff to go, like, oh, hey, here's the story we were dealing with Toy Story, which apparently we're getting less worlds than Kingdom Hearts 2, but all the worlds are going to have more to do in, which is fine. It might mean that the worlds are important to the overall plot of the game, unlike they were in Kingdom Hearts 2. Because the plot of the individual worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2 didn't really matter that much. Don't you mean the true Organization 13? Because this isn't just Organization 13. It's the real one this time. Well, let's hope the two of you can actually do something, because you get both Woody and Buzz in your party, which means you can have a party of at least up to 5 characters. Which is a bit ridiculous. Although I do love this next part that is just, oh, hey, we're fighting up on the roof, and we're just gonna hop off the roof onto the sidewalk, and like it's all one, like no transitions at all. It's all one thing. And the Toy Story Keyblade transforms into a hammer, and I think it's this next part. It transforms into big ass drill weapon, which is what was teased at the end of the E3 concert trailer. So for those wondering what the hell it is, it's a big drill claw thing. Because I think the finisher for it is this claw attack you're going to be seeing here right now. And also, because I guess Square Enix saw Titanfall 2, mech combat. Because why not?
Well, mech combat's all the rave.
Yeah. And also pointed out by BB, when Sora does that aerial slam, he has a few, like, he has some time where he has to, like, recover from the attack, and by doing this kind of flipping animation, and it's very possible you could be hit during that animation, which sounds kind of bad. Also, hi, young Xehanort, you little shit lord. I hope I get to kick your ass 5 ways this Sunday in this game. Because I want some payback for that terrible boss fight. And we get the usual vague-esque plot stuff that we got from the last trailer. And yeah, coming 2018, maybe. Probably not.
Possibly.
So what do you think?
I don't know.
Now that we've gotten 2 looks within, like, 2 months at Kingdom Hearts 3. Jesus. That feels weird to say.
I have a funny feeling that it's boiling down to they're going to be utilizing a lot more of the tech than what they would have been able to have dealt with before.
Yeah.
So this might just be the bottom of what we're actually going to be able to get to see.
Yeah. Like, my problem, I think, might be like BB's saying, or might be the same as BB's problem of, it looks cool, it looks great. It may not, like, feel the best when you get a hold of it and actually play it. Like, all these fancy cool animations are great and all, but if it doesn't feel good and play good, that takes a lot out of it. To be honest. Like, I kind of don't like the command style system that we're seeing here for all the Keyblade transformations, which, for those that don't know what that is with all the Keyblade transformations, essentially how we assume it works because we don't have confirmation on how the fuck it actually works, is you do combos to build up that gauge you saw under, like above the command menu, like the attack, magic, and stuff like that. You build up that meter, and then you can hit a button to transform your Keyblade into the weapon, into for instance, the Toy Story Keyblade into the hammer. Then you can build it up again to turn it into the drill. The problem is building up to those command styles, I feel like takes away from standard combat. Like, you have to build the command styles no matter what. Like, that was kind of a problem with BBS. Like, if you didn't build the command styles, you weren't doing a lot of damage, I don't think. At least I didn't feel like I was doing a lot of damage with regular attacks and stuff. And that feels kind of bad. And also feels like not very much like, and I'm probably going to sound like a big asshole here by saying Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best game of the series because it feels the best and has options in its combat. Like, even if you don't use the form changes or the summons or the limits, if you just use basic attacks and magic, you can still do a lot of damage. Like, you can drop into forms or use summons, and you can get damage in, like, different ways of doing damage and stuff. You have all these options and possibilities in combat, and I don't know if Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna have that. Like, I would kind of just like a drive form system, or the ability to swap out Keyblades on the fly in order to swap between these Keyblades, because that's another issue I have, or another concern I have that I'm not sure is been addressed, been talked about, or even anyone is like thought about this. You can't swap Keyblades on the fly in any other Kingdom Hearts game. It's locked to you whenever you go into combat. You have to go into your equipment menu and change it. If every Keyblade has a transformation, assumingly, and so far every Keyblade has had a transformation. If every Keyblade has a transformation, and we can't change Keyblades on the fly, then literally most of the time you're going to have to prioritize stats over transformations, because that's the main thing. So what's the point of all these transformations if I can't swap on the fly to them in middle of combat? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, the Olympus Keyblade's shield thing is really cool, but if the
Keyblade sucks, then
like, why am I gonna bother with it?
Right.
If I can't swap out to like my better damaging Keyblade that has better ability on it, even, because Keyblades normally have a single ability attached to them that you get with that Keyblade. Like, if it doesn't have that ability or doesn't have a good ability on it, like, why am I going to hold on to it? So that's my question right now, that I'm thinking about it, is like, this is a lot of work to make each Keyblade special, but most of it's not going to matter if I can't change that Keyblade when I need it. If I got to preemptively change, that takes away from the game. So, yeah, I don't know if anyone's talked about that or mentioned that now that I think about it, because it's like, we might be taking that for granted. So, well, anything else before we move on to this wonderful piece of news? This is the best way I can put it.
No, I guess we just need to move on to that wonderful piece of news.
Well, Pokemon Go was having a Pokemon Go Fest to celebrate its 1-year anniversary this past week or so, right?
Yep.
Well, it turned out terribly.
Yep.
No one could play the game. It was literally just the worst put together event possible. And literally, the CEO of Niantic, or was it the CEO of Niantic, or was it someone else from the company?
I don't
I want to say it
remember.
was I believe it was the CEO of Niantic. Literally got booed off the stage by the people in attendance because of how bad, like how impossible it was to play the game, how horrible the game was, how horrible the event was put together, and just the bad experience from everybody that attended. Like, it's so bad, they are offering refunds to everyone who attended, plus $100 of in-game coins, and I believe a free Lugia as well. I think everyone who went to the event got a Lugia. Which, by the way, the first two legendaries for the raid system are going to be Articuno and Lugia, because of course it is.
Boo.
Yeah, that's what happens when Team S.
What they should have done, which would have been even better for them, did the 3 legendary birds. It would have been one for each team.
Yep. Well, Zapdos and Moltres are coming soonish with plans, and I believe they're going to be.
This, we'll probably get them. What about next year?
Yeah, and then like, where's Ho? Where's the bird that is literally one of the main Pokemon for the movie that's coming out? Like, where's Ho-Oh? Like, where's the tie-in to that? Or is this a case of Pokemon Go is not going to cooperate with the Pokemon Company in terms of, like, cross-promotion stuff?
That.
God damn it. But yeah, I also think the legendary, like any legendary, is going to be available only for a certain time period for the raid system. Which, again, the raid system kind of sounds bad when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, because I don't think we've talked about how the raids work on the show.
I don't think we have.
Well, for those that don't know how the raids work and are interested in playing Pokemon Go, here's how it goes. First, you need a raid pass. How do you get a raid pass? You either buy one with Pokemon Go coins, or you get it off Pokestop drops, I believe. So yet another RNG.
I'm assuming the latter of the two is like a 0.1% drop.
Who knows? Anyway, you need that to go. Then you need to have multiple people with you, because the Pokemon, and bear in mind, the raid system doesn't just include legendaries, it includes a number of high level Pokemon. So like a Lapras, or shit. What else has been as raids? A lot of the rare, like high, I think a Charizard has as well, I believe. Anyway, those Pokemon have CP in the 5 digits, and you need to cooperate with your like the other people who are with you in this raid in order to take it down. Then once you beat it, you are given 10 Premier Balls, I believe. I believe it's 10 Premier Balls. And you have to use those in order to catch the Pokemon. And if you run out of Premier Balls, oh well, you didn't catch it. So all that work for nothing. Yeah.
That's kind of dumb.
The raid spawns are random in the area. I think they can only spawn at gyms, I believe. But the raid spawns are random, essentially, and timed. You will know ahead of time where a raid is spawning if you see it, but it's still random. But yeah, Premier Balls. Really? Really? You're going to go with that joke? Like, for those that don't know what a Premier Ball is, Premier Balls are an actual thing in Pokemon games. You know how special they are? You get one for every 10 Pokeballs you get in the later games. And they're the exact same as Pokeballs. That's it. That's literally it. And they don't even look that good, in my opinion. Oh boy. I'm starting to think that all of Nintendo's mobile games have problems.
What makes you say that?
Well, Mario Run isn't really that enthralling of a game, to be honest.
Nope.
Pokemon Go has always had some issue with it, no matter when it's been this last year or so. It had a fantastic couple of months, and then they keep doing things that are bad.
Well, you know what that one's boiling down to? Nintendo made a bad decision and a smart decision all at the same time. Because Niantic does have a fairly popular game that is very similar to Pokemon Go. That functions properly. But you know what the problem with that was?
Mm-hmm.
While they know how to do something like that, that was on a smaller scale and had Google helping them get it off the ground. This, they've been on their own the entire way, dealing with, very easily, probably 100 times more people.
Mm-hmm.
Of course something's gonna go wrong. That was where that was where Nintendo or someone else should have stepped in and said, we're gonna help because this is fixing to be your death wish.
Yeah, and I think for all the catch stuff that they had to do for Pokemon Fest, I was watching a video, and apparently they were literally changing the values for all of that on the fly. All the values for the goals and stuff, they were literally changing it on the fly.
Wow.
They were changing it throughout the day. Like without any prompt from any other program. It was literally just a thing that showed the progress towards all the goals, and they were just manually changing them. There was nothing connected to Pokemon Go, I guess.
Well,
Like,
of course, I seem to recall a lot of what I kept seeing coming out of that was a lot of not being able to connect, which to this I say, mobile game. Cell phone towers. We've had countless reports about how cell phone towers cannot handle that kind of strain.
yeah.
Of course, people weren't able to connect.
Well, they didn't. So I was reading and looking into this. Apparently, Night Attic didn't bring in, I forget, it's portable cell phone Wi-Fi stations in order to alleviate the stress on the cell phone or the towers.
All they did was make it worse, though, because it still has to ping off the tower.
Like they do what every other like concert and any other event like this does for situations like this. Literally did not. And this was coming from professionals that were saying this. It was just terrible. It's like, wow.
But okay. If you have 8 people connected to one device that's connecting to a cell phone tower, that's still just as bad as having those 8 people connecting directly to the cell phone tower.
Yeah.
It's still pulling just as much data.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. They should have had hardline Wi-Fi areas.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to make sure that was going to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
A little bit of common sense probably would have saved a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of bad ideas,
Oh, God.
this thing.
This thing.
This thing.
This thing.
All right. This is the KFC Mountain Dew Gamer Box. I assume you can get this at your local KFC. I don't know if I'm tempted or not to go to the KFC here and get
Wait a
this.
minute. Wait a minute.
What?
The Gamer Box 2.0?
Yes.
How have we missed the first one?
There's probably not an actually first one.
Sorry, I saw that and I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Alright, so this is a Bluetooth-enabled actual box of chicken that doubles as a game controller. For realsies, folks. Comes with a big ass can of soda on the top that, once removed, serves as a cell phone holder, and there are game joysticks sticking out on either side. It's exactly like a DIY chicken-filled Switch. Oh, it's only in India. Why? What? I'm even more confused of this now because this is only an India thing. Hang on. I need to see this
Okay.
fucking video of this. Oh, wait, that doesn't work because it's not available in our country. Right.
I gotta laugh because of the comment that you didn't get to read.
What?
Just like the Switch, you can't find this anywhere or buy it.
Yeah, I gotta just jump to the India portion.
Yep.
Hang on, I'm jumping to the proxy link. Yeah, that is literally a can stuck to the top of this damn thing. That's not even that is just sitting on there. There's nothing hooking that can in on this box. Skipping ahead, because okay, so inside the box is a box of KFC chicken that looks impossible to get out. What the fuck? Give someone some room to get this box of chicken out. And it's actually a meal because I can see fries in there. All right, so your box is out. And now you can apparently play whatever mobile games have gamepad support. This is stupid. This is literally one of the dumbest things I've ever fucking seen ever for this show. Literally. Oh, we don't even know what it costs. Oh, goody. Apparently, the controller shown is about $30. Which means you would pay probably like 40, $50 for this. 75 is a quote from the article, but that's going off that controller's price. This is so dumb.
I give up.
That's the best thing that can be said about this.
I quit.
Don't quit now. We haven't even got to the best thing that we have ever found out about Sonic Forces. Spoilers, we're talking about Sonic Forces next. I have nothing more to say about this dumb box. This is literally the dumbest thing in the world. Oh god. Well, I think we should move on to Sonic Forces.
Yep.
Okay. We have a trailer talking about the bad guy. And the only reason I'm bringing this up because this is hilarious.
Yeah. To Nega Lucario there.
Okay. Everyone says Shadow is the edgiest of all hedgehogs, right? I swear to God, this guy's edgier than him on purpose. It is hilarious.
Oh God.
I'm like, oh
Please
my
tell
God.
me this does not turn into us having a spin-off for this character.
Oh, it will.
Or at least if it does, they have at least learned from the criticisms that came out of Shadow the Hedgehog, even though I kind of thought that was okay. Like it kind of fits him. And it was kind of good to see Sega jump out of their comfort zone, just saying.
Yeah, it's better than some of the games that got released around it.
Yeah. It's better than 06 at least.
Let's see, it's better than 06. It's better than Secret Rings. It may not be as good as Black Knight, because Black Knight might be the best out of all of them, only because it's decent, kind of, maybe.
I don't know. I just kind of like that one a little bit because it got Sega out of their comfort zone.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's yet another instance of, all right, let's do a Sonic game. How are we going to do it? By doing everything except the normal Sonic game. At least it's Shadow on the box, so we're okay.
Yeah.
So shall we take a look at this? Because we
I
must
guess so.
all experience Infinite, which, by the way, is this hedgehog's name. He is called Infinite. He has his own goddamn theme, too, that you'll be hearing in this trailer. It's wonderful.
That's freaking loud. Again. Must every video be loud?
Yes, because you must pay attention.
Every video.
Mm-hmm.
God. Also, I don't think we'll ever have another Sonic character that has a better theme song than Shadow.
Yeah, I don't think you can top All Hail Shadow.
Just gonna point that one out.
Here's the thing, Silver has a theme that I didn't even fucking know about until Ty brought it up on his stream, and I'm like, wait, Silver has a theme?
Well, I mean,
when?
no one talks about 06.
Let alone Silver.
Unless it's speedrunning.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, no one talks about anyone but Sonic in Sonic 06.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like, Silver has a theme. Go onto YouTube, listen to this, get to like 30 seconds into it. Oh, that's why no one talks about this. It's garbage. It's kind of bad.
Makes sense.
Wow. All right, we ready?
Yep.
All right, taking a look at Infinite's trailer for Sonic Forces here in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Hang on, I have an ad.
Oh my god, that is a Nega Lucario.
Roll it back real quick. I have an ad for...
Sorry, I'm just kind of letting it... Ah, man, no, I've got to back it up now. The video bugged out.
for this all-star Muso game. Anyway, now you backed up and good?
We starting from the top, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Try it again since I got an ad and didn't realize it in 3, 2, 1, go. And yet, yes, this is Infinite's theme, by the way.
I don't really care for it.
Yep. He's faster than Sonic. God. God, is it bad that I feel like this guy is trying really hard to be like Shadow when he was first introduced?
You know, I so hope that at some point in the game, Shadow's just like, there's only room for one angsty hedgehog here.
It's me, goddammit! This is my job in this group of characters. Not yours, mine.
I mean, I know the Sonics are supposed to be the main character in this game, but yeah. I kind of hope they give Shadow just that moment.
Well, he's in the bad guy lineup of, okay, Shadow, Chaos, Metal. Who the fuck are you? Oh, from that Wii U title that is apparently good, but no one ever played.
Wait. What Wii U title?
Or not Wii U, Wii.
I was gonna say, the only Wii U one I know of is Boom, and everyone doesn't talk about Boom either.
Yeah, Lyric's not on the bad guy team. No, the Lost World.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the genies. I think they were genies is on the bad guy team.
I don't know what they were.
No one cares. Oh, and Eggman's here too because he's always been a bad guy.
Is it one of the... This is going to be one of those that I'm like, I don't know what to think.
I know Ty's made the declaration of, if this is as dumb as Sonic 06, I'm speedrunning it. Like, if it's as bad and dumb as Sonic 06 is, I'm speedrunning it.
You know what? I like that mentality. I'm right there with him.
Like, if it's good, yay. If it's bad, well, I get to speedrun it because it'll be just as bad as Sonic 06. I hope.
Yep. I am completely right there with him on that. If it's good, good. If it's bad, I'm tearing it apart.
I just wonder how ridiculous we're gonna get with the allies talking in your fucking ear every goddamn minute.
I hope there's a way to cut that off. I really do. Otherwise, if I wind up speedrunning the game, it will be muted on my end because I will not be able to stand that.
Or at the very least, all of the good supporting cast members will have focus. You know, Tails, Knuckles, Blaze.
I will create a custom rig to where I've got my TV remote mounted between the two Joy-Cons. That way I can unmute it when the good ones are talking and mute it when everyone else is talking.
Yeah, there's Tails, Knuckles, Blaze, Amy.
No.
Hey,
no,
I at least put
this
Blaze
is not,
above Amy.
This is not Boom Amy. No.
If she has the personality of Boom Amy, will you take him? Or take her?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. That won't be a definite no. It'll be a maybe.
Anybody from Sonic Sat AM, if they're in this game, which they're probably not.
Big is definitely getting muted.
Yeah, I think there's only some people in this world that will like Big. John's
I'll
one
let
of them.
Shadow
I'm
talk.
Not.
I'll let Shadow talk.
Yeah, but he's on the bad guy, so he's not going to be on the hero team. Until you recruit him, I guess.
Probably until Infinite shows up.
Yeah.
Because I can't foresee him being there from the start. I might be wrong on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because Time Eater was there all the way through Generations. So I might be wrong on that statement, but yeah, I'm just not feeling that one. I feel like he's going to be the look here. You thought it was all your past enemies that you're fighting, but it's not.
For it was I, Infinite, the edgiest of all hedgehogs, and now I'm faster than you, which means I'm faster than literally everybody in the game.
Except for the custom character, because, I mean, you know, we've got to have someone faster.
There's a dumb theory that says Infinite is your custom character.
Nah. Nah. They wouldn't have made a big deal about having classic and modern Sonic.
Mm.
I mean, not for you to just turn around and basically school them.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. There's cream and cheese. They'll be good because they're the least annoying characters out of who's left. Because what we have left is...
Are you trying to defend them? Because, I mean...
But, like, Cream and Cheese hasn't really done anything wrong in any of the main games.
Nor have they done anything right.
Which puts them above a lot of characters. Well, think about this. Would you rather have Cream talking to you or Big?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would put Cream above Big, but I still wouldn't put either one of them above too many others.
True.
And by that, I mean, seeing as how Big would be the bottom, no, I don't think.
Let's see. We also have Team Chaotic, which, why the fuck are they still around?
Charmy will get muted. That's just all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
The other two, maybe.
What if anybody from the Sonic hoverboard franchise shows up?
I doubt they will. Because for all intents and purposes, this game, they've not been displaying it as a Generations 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm betting outside of the characters that have kind of actually made a name for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting it that way. I don't think we're going to get to see the offshoot characters.
Yeah. Then there's Silver, who's on the hero side, which is it bad that I'm like, go over to the fucking villain side so I can beat the shit out of you because I don't care. Literally just go. I don't want you. Go be on their team. Go. No. I don't want you on our team. Go be on their team.
Is it bad that I kind of want to be like, can we trade Silver for Shadow?
Yeah, can we trade? Because like one of you had the express purpose of wanting me killed. And the one that didn't is on the other side.
I mean, Silver for Shadow sounds like a decent trade.
It's a great trade.
I mean,
yeah, it gives us the better, like, other hedgehog, and it gives them the worst one.
Also, I have to wonder, Shadow's on Eggman's side in this game.
Yeah.
So does that mean we're dealing with yet another Shadow clone?
Sure.
Because bear in mind, Sonic Heroes kind of displayed that one, and seeing as how it's canonical...
Oh yeah, there's Rouge, but she's not on the villain side, even though she's always been a villain.
No.
Kind of.
No.
Oh.
The only person she's ever even remotely been a villain for has been Knuckles. And that's just because, you know, they're in the same line of work.
So put her on the bad guys team. That gives them more people. Put Omega over there. Wait, is Omega not gonna be in this game?
Probably not, because Eggman will probably have another robot.
I'm gonna laugh.
Because bear in mind, Gamma was in Adventure. Omega was the one from Heroes. So we can't even keep the same one.
Yeah. And I believe Omega's also the one in 06.
Possibly? I don't know.
It's the same model. So I assume it's the same character.
Okay, but to this I'm going to also point out that Gamma and Omega are the same model.
Okay, I meant the same, like, exact model.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
Gamma and Omega look completely different.
Nope.
Are you sure about that?
If any differences you're pointing out aren't considering the fact of console differences, then I'll give it to you. But otherwise, yeah, they're pretty much spot for spot kind of deal. There might be some minor differences, but not enough to matter.
I was about to say, they're pretty different. Because, hang on. Gotta grab the images real quick. Because that's Gamma. And that's Omega. That's a fairly different upper body. And even the legs too. Those are two completely different robots. Or models at least.
Also keep in mind, comparing Dreamcast to what, 360 I think?
Yeah.
So what, generation and a half difference?
Yeah, but it's still like design-wise, they're still different because those are different shoulder pads, a very different body, very like a same kind of head, but a different design to it. The fact that Omega has no arm cannon. These are very clearly two different models. Just saying. I think they're even listed as two different models in their games because it's like 102 Gamma and it's 123 Omega. Real original on that numbering, just saying.
But if you also keep in mind, Eggman loved numbering. Because Gamma also destroyed, what, 4 others from his line?
Yeah.
And if you remember correctly, all 4 of them look very different. Like, these two are the closest. That's why I'm like, might be because of console generation. More so than it's supposed to be different designs.
Well, it might be like, because if I'm remembering Sonic Adventure 1, the end of Omega's story, like, the bird that is Omega, right, leaves
Gamma.
the robot? Gamma.
Omega's
right?
heroes.
Yeah, Mega's heroes. Gamma leaves the body, right? So maybe this is Gamma rebuilt?
Possible. I know both of them, that's kind of the end at the end of their stories.
Yeah.
Which is the other thing that kind of leads me to think maybe they were supposed to be the same, but, you know, circumstances kind of happened.
Yeah.
Either way, neither of these two, as we see them, will be in Forces.
Yay. One less side character to worry about.
And that's more because it canonically can't happen kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, guess we can move on to some plunk bat. I bring this up because this is gonna sound kind of weird. Apparently, for the let's see, they're adding in their first in-game skins as a means of testing its crate in key system and funding its Gamescom Plunk Bat Invitational, or Pub Invitational, as they call it.
I like Plunk Bat better.
Yep. 3 kinds of crates will be available, with all offering costumes inspired by the live-action Battle Royale movie released in 2000. We have the Survivor, Wanderer, and Gamescom Invitational crates. Survivor and Wanderer crates are opened with battle points, the in-game currency people earn from matches. The Gamescom Invitational crates need a $2.50 or $2.50 key to open. Money people pay for the key will fund the Gamescom 2017 event and create a prize pool for it, as well as support as yet unnamed charities. So, okay. All 3 crates will be tradable on the Steam Community Market, and keys for Gamescom Invitational crates will still be sold even after it's retired. So if you still have crates left over, you can still open them. So what do you think of Plunk Bat getting into the whole loot crate? Or not loot crate. Not that kind of loot crate game.
I feel like they're going about it the right way. Whereas Payday 2 went about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I also see problems for this.
Mm-hmm.
Because what starts happening as this starts developing? Is it going to start getting harder to get the crates open? Is it going to be a steeper paywall to wind up unlocking them? I mean,
what's the loot table on these crates? Can you get duplicates of stuff you've already gotten?
I mean, there's a lot of variables there that aren't being talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And in light of Microsoft taking an interest in the game, I'm wondering how bad this is actually going to turn into.
Yeah. I hope it's nothing too bad.
Because, let's be honest, people don't call Microsoft Money Soft for no reason.
Mm-hmm. I'm hopeful. Plunk Bat's been good. Plunk Bat's been good to the community so far. And as at least the last time I checked, the #1 game streamed on Twitch. I don't know if it is at the moment. Let me look.
League probably beat it out. Hardly anything can hold the #1 spot for long before League just browbeats it out of there.
Nope, it still is. I'll put it this way. It is beating League by 10K views. Or 10K viewers.
Must be time for Riot to put out a big patch again. Because if you ever notice, that seems to be what happens.
Yeah. And also, both of those, along with Hearthstone and Overwatch, are beating primarily the Crunchyroll stream going on right now. You know, the Twitch Presents Crunchyroll stream? Yeah, the Crunchyroll stream's only like 23K viewers right now. It must not be showing anything anyone's interested in, I guess. If it's losing out that bad. Because I would think that'd pull a lot more people, depending on what's getting shown. Well, I have one last surprise for us coming out of Evo, of all things. You know that Persona 4 fighting game that or the 2 Persona 4 fighting games that I own and love that are made by the BlazBlue people?
Yep.
Well, it turns out that BlazBlue's decided we're going to make our own crossover fighting game. And it has BlazBlue and Persona characters and characters from Under Night in Under Night in Birth. I have no idea what that is. But it also has a certain scythe wielding.
I actually just heard about this today.
Yeah. Yeah. This was shown out. I saw this and I heard Ruby attached to it, and I'm like, wait, what? Yes. Yeah. We have a fighting game with Ruby in it. Ruby Rose from Ruby in this case. There's no word on if anyone else from Ruby is in the game yet, but let's see. Persona and Ruby in one game as a fighting game. Fuck yeah, I'm in.
Yep. Auto buy.
I don't care how convoluted or how much convoluted nonsense the BlazBlue storyline is, or whoever the fuck these Under Night in Birth people are. Look, I don't care. Fucking, you have Yu Narukami teaming up with Ruby Rose at a fighting game. Oh hell yeah, I'm in. How about we take a look at this trailer? Let me make sure. Okay, I have an ad this time. Let me play it through this ad real quick. Yeah, this got announced at Evo. I just bleh. And for those wondering how those Persona 4 fighting games are, they're really good. Because, you know, it's made by the BlazBlue people who make really good fighting games. You get everyone ready?
Hold on one second. I'm trying to take care of some things before we get to it because I forgot to do it earlier.
Oh.
So, now I am.
All right. Take a look at this trailer here in 3, 2, 1, go. And, you know, looking at the Yu Narukami stuff in this trailer, I don't care if it's literally ripped straight out of Persona 4 Arena. I'm okay with that. What's fantastic is it's coming to PC too, so I don't even have to get I don't even have to worry about next gen console for this. And it comes out next year. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I just have to go. All right, Rooster Teeth, how the fuck did you do this? I want to know the story of how you fucking got Ruby into a BlazBlue crossover game that I don't even know if it's gonna have any more than this. Like, I haven't heard anything more about this game since the Evo announcement. So I'm not even sure if these 4 franchises are all there is to the game, and we're just going to be getting characters from these 4, or if there's going to be more franchises with more representation.
I would probably say these 4. Because there is a lot of characters that can be pulled in from any one of the 4 franchises.
Yeah, but let's see. Persona 4 Arena has 16 characters at least they could add in. And from the looks of it, they're using assets directly from Persona 4 Arena in Ultimax. So, yeah. Yeah, they could just literally put in anybody from those games in that. And bear in mind,
look at how many teams we've gotten shown off in Ruby.
Oh my god. BlazBlue's got at least 20 plus characters in their entire franchise roster. I don't know about this 4th one, but
I don't either, but I'm assuming since the other 3 have a crap ton of characters that could be pulled, it probably does too.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the really cool thing about the pulling stuff from Persona 4 Arena. There's Persona 3 characters in there as well. Like, you have
Also-
several members for Persona 3 pulled in for this.
Also, I just thought of something.
What?
If they do start adding from more than just the two main teams,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that also means Grim Eclipse might start getting more DLC added.
That'd be cool.
Because then they would actually have a basis to go off of.
Mm-hmm. And since from the current information circulating around, we're not going to get a Persona 4 or Persona 5 arena. We're going to be getting a Persona Q2 and another Persona dancing game. Maybe we'll get some Persona 5 characters in here, or at least Joker. Oh my god. So many possibilities, none of them confirmed, and I already want to buy this game. Because I want to say this is... It didn't give consoles, so I may be assuming it's going to be PC.
Well, I'm gonna say this much. I think it's gonna be pretty safe to say all the current gen consoles, maybe excluding the Switch, will wind up with it. I don't know. It looks like it might be running an engine that could run on the Switch.
Yeah, this is like very 2.5D, very sprite-esque, probably not sprite-esque style of game. Like, if the Switch can run Skullgirls, it can run this. Or
there's a lot of stuff I've seen the Switch be able to run that I think it could run this. That's why I'm like, maybe excluding it, but I don't know. And I would venture to say if all the current gen consoles are getting it, chances are PC probably will.
Yeah, and I'll say this, what's cool about the Ruby stuff, that's the Ruby voice cast we all know. That's the proper Ruby cast voicing, or that's Lindsay Johnson, or not Lindsay Johnson, Lindsay Jones voicing Ruby. So if there's more Ruby characters, it's most likely going to be the Ruby cast voicing them, which is even weirder and cooler at the same time. That's like, oh yeah, these people who are a part of this little web series that somehow got big enough to have its own manga released in Japan and a Japanese dub with, I think, fairly well-known Japanese voice actors doing these characters, and it had its own house video game, but now it's in a video game from a major studio, a major-ish studio, a major fighting game studio. Like, okay, like that's awesome. I can't wait. Also, apparently a fuse blew in the floor of John and Lucagen's room or hotel room, and Luca is currently in the bathroom in the dark. Yeah, Luca's on the toilet and John's laughing at her. For those wondering, the two of them are attending Con Bravo this weekend. God damn it. This is my Twitter feed, folks. This is what happens. This is what's going on when I'm the one not talking, or sometimes when I'm the one talking. I'm just looking at Twitter while I'm talking. Because yeah, I don't look at the article after I'm done reading everything I need to read. Well, it's time for me to go hoarse because we have once more broken the text limit for a post, and I have 2 full fucking list of articles to talk about.
And we will probably have a different method come next show.
Yeah. Essentially, the rule is if I can't make a joke about it, it's not going on the list. If it's already on the list, I'm not repeating it.
And that's only staying for PC releases.
Yeah, because what's increasing this list is PC stuff. Literally. Because since I have PCs separated out because they got so long after a while, yeah, I'm not dealing with this anymore. So, starting off tomorrow on the 29th, we have Comma Bullet Heritage for the PC. And then on the 31st, all PC releases, mind you, we've got Be Quiet Early Access, Bullet Soul Infinite Burst, Dead Moon Revenge on Phobos Early Access, Diver Sea Survival Simulator, Douchebag, Ellie the Jelly, Fidget Spinner Simulator.
Oh, God.
Of fucking course, there's a goddamn Fidget Spinner Simulator. God. And what's hilarious is I'm spinning mine in my hand at the moment just to give my hands something to do while I talk.
Same here.
Yes, that's what it's designed for, people, is, for people who need something in their hands when they do stuff. Or, people who have, like, a mental illness that they need, like, something to mess with. Like, that's what these things are for. Before you go and complain at them, this is what they are for. They're not meant to be this fad thing. They only became a fad thing because the person who had a copyright on these things for years could not, like, get this sold at all, or no one would take it. So she just ended up dropping the trademark. She ended up having to drop the copyright because of financial situation, and then all of a sudden everyone jumped on it. So the person who originally invented these has not made a dime off them, which is the really sucky part of this entire story.
That does kind of suck.
Yeah. Anyway, we got Gods of the Fallen Land, Happy Scene Adventures. I'm gonna go with it. Jill Venture, Lionheart, Patty Battle, Rainbow Duck, Rollout, Seven Boys, Slingshot Cowboy VR, The Harris, the Hoochie Play? The what? Okay. The Red Stare, Underworld Dungeon, Watergate Extreme. All right. I'm thinking of the completely wrong thing when I say that, but all right. And Ziggurat 3D Chess. I'm actually thinking of Political Watergate, and I'm just like, Watergate Extreme. What? I'm sure that has nothing to do with the Political Watergate, but I'm just like, I can't help but go that way. All right, coming out on August 1st, we got Aven Colony for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Demo Trios, The Big Cynical Adventure for PlayStation 4, Dino Frontier for PlayStation 4, Patapon Remaster for PlayStation 4, and The Long Dark for PlayStation 4, and all on PC. Alchemy Land, Mealine and the Ultimate Bugster, and Orc's Tale Creek Surf Early Access, Aztez, Breaking Good, Capitalism 2, Crusader Crash, Dark and Bright, Deadliners, Fidel, Dungeon Rescue, Firewood, Heroes of Civilization, Ley Lines, Life of a Caveman, Maggie's Apartment, Medieval Mystery Match, MGS Leisure 1000, Redeemer, Sango Guardian Chaos Generations, Steam Edition, Skeleton Boomerang, Slice and Dice, Superhero Line, Supreme Ruler, The Great War, Tacoma, The Brave Mouse, The Initiate, The Monster Inside, The Voice in the Void, Tupa, and Z-Virus Verm Uprising. On the 2nd, we've got Demetrius, The Big Cynical Adventure for Xbox One. Guess it's coming out a day later. And Tacoma for Xbox One. And on PC, we've got Astoria, The Holder of Power Saga, Blind Witch Peak Window, Fable Rush, Hold My Beer. Of course, we now have a game called Hold My Beer. Thank you. Inescapable VR Underground, Puzzle Underwater World, Rescue Team 7, The Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel, Undertaker's something, because there's nothing past that. Okay. Vector Wave Early Access in Exoic for early access. On the 3rd, we have Blaster Master Zero EX characters, Shovel Knight for Switch and 3DS. It's just a release of Shovel Knight for Blaster Master Zero. Shantae is also coming out for Blaster Master Zero as a character. I don't know when, though. I remember, I think it was either Game Explained or the Nintendo news channel I follow on YouTube talking about it. Then, all on PC, we have Bug Killers, Burn It Down, Busted, Crash Crop, Community Inc., Dark Elf, Delta Plan Simulator, Distorted Reality, Embrace of Ocean, Story of Hope, Fish for Gold, Gary's Grigsby, War in the West, Interplanetary Hunter, Duento, Arcade Mayhem, Little Hearts, Sephi, Shinji in the Zombies, Staff Wars, Wizard Rumble, The Unreal Journey of Mongrel, The Merchant Life Early Access, Viewpoints, and Wake Up. On the 4th, we have Race Arcade for Xbox One, The Way for Xbox One, and Lawbreakers Collector's Edition from PlayStation 4. That's the new game coming from Epic. Since they sold Gears of War to Microsoft, that's what they're working on now. And all on PC, Two Planets, Fire and Ice, Abstract Arena, Battlegun, Black Mist, Canary, Draw Puzzle, Ghosty Quest, Gravity, Logistical British Isles, Mine Night, Micron Wars XR, Murder ... Prime Shift, Ranged AVR, System Goose Overload, The Adventures of Captain Navarro, The Journey, Bob's Story, and Winter Cold. On the 5th, all on PC, we have Bay and Piece of Memory 2 Prologue. On the 7th, we have the Sexy Brutal Full House Edition for PlayStation 4. That's apparently a pretty good puzzle game. Super Bunny Hop's got a video talking about it for those interested. Then on PC, we have 36 Fragments of Midnight, Around the World, The Asteroids Millennium, Dark Empire, Deadly Rescue, Descent, Silence of Mine, Evil Gnome, Fluxate, Merc Fighter Early Access, Snow Lights, Shark Dating Simulator Extra Large, again. God damn it. Spear and Spade, Super Ultra Monster Smash, The Executioner's Prologue, and Underdone. On the 8th, Ark Survival Evolved comes to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC for the first time, because it's been in early access for like a year now. Year plus, maybe? I don't know. This is when it's officially supposed to be released. We also have episode 1 of the Batman Telltale series, season 2, The Enemy Within, The Enigma for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Yes, you're dealing with the Riddler. And I kind of don't care. I don't know what it is, but I just don't care about Telltale games. After seeing all of season 1 Batman, I'm not interested. We also got Black Hole Complete Edition for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Masquerade, Songs and Shadows for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Graceful Explosion Machine for PlayStation 4 and PC, Hellblade, Suna's Sacrifice for PlayStation 4 and PC, and then Lawbreakers is coming to PlayStation 4 and PC, I think like 2 days later. Yeah, 2 days later. Or no, 4 days later. Blech.
That's actually interesting on something there.
Yeah.
That Graceful Explosion Machine has been out on the Switch for a while.
I have no idea what it even is.
It kind of looks like a arcade shooter kind of concept. Like a 2D, like Geometry Wars kind of concept.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking at the quick screenshots I'm pulling up, it does.
But yeah, it's been on the Switch for a while.
Mm.
So that's kind of neat to see that we actually had something come out on a Nintendo console before everyone else got it.
Yay! Then the Nintendo console's making it come back as a console people actually want to put stuff on. Yay.
Finally.
Then, all on PC, we have Achievement Hunter Overdose, All Walls Must Fall, Baseball Mogul 2017, Beyond the Wall, Block Dude, Cat Quest, Deadfile.exe, Dungeon Marathon Early Access, Fox Folk, M1 A Death in the Desert, Occult Rays, Pepper Puzzles, Sign Mora EX, Singularity Roller, Squish and the Corrupted Crystal, Synthetic Dreams, and Zapmaster. On the 9th, all on PC, we have Attack of the Goobers for early access, Cube Link for early access, downloaded fragments of a Forgotten Soul, Victorium, Rift Coasters HD Remastered VR, Spiral Splatter, The Rhodium Project, Time Lock VR, and Willful. On the 10th, we have 2 Switch games, Flip Wars and Ironcast. And on PC, we have Bunka no Kinkyu Revival of Queen Leyak. Sounds like an anime game, most likely.
What gives you that idea? I mean,
the fact that I can't pronounce it. And if I did try to pronounce it correctly, it sounded terrible. We also got Cavern Crumblers, Crash Day Redline Edition, Draw Your Game, Dream Coaster VR, Formula VR, Halcyon 6 Lightspeed Edition, Law Mower. Not lawnmower, law mower. Okay. So are you a lawnmower cop? Of course, all it brings up is lawnmowers. Thank you, Google. God, it's still giving me. Oh my God. Oh my God. I literally would have to pull up Steam for me to find out what the fuck this is. All right, fine. As I'm doing that, we also have Raid on Coast, Shadow Sails Early Access, Time Recoil, West of Loathing, and Wizard's Home. On the 11th on PC, we have Cutthroat Gunboat, Electric Pond VR, ICY Frostbite Edition, Startup Company, Sunstrike 4, Super Magical, Team Racing League Early Access, and Z69. And I managed to get through all of that before Steam I even attempted to open. Still not open. Jeez. Steam, why do you take forever to open? Come on. I just want to find out what this one dumb game you're putting on your damn marketplace is. God. See, people, this is what happens when you do puns with your game titles. Sometimes people just can't find them when you just have the title. All right, Steam.
Oh. Is this gonna be as stupid as I think?
Yep. It's a game about one man's journey to achieve his life's purpose, to cut every blade of grass in the world.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Is that it? Also, you kill a whole bunch of people while you're trying to mow the lawn. Well, all the lawns. My idea sounded better than this. Well, that was disappointing.
Yep. Wait. People are No. Nope. Nope. Closing it. Nope. Walking away.
I was about to say, people shooting missiles at him? Yeah, I saw that. That's a thing that's going on in this game.
You like the just sudden nope, 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 walking away. Nope, yeah. Not gonna even.
Well, I have better news.
And by that you mean you have news?
Yes, I have build-related news as we move into quick draws. because we know the writer and the director, or the head writer and the main director for the show. And it's not that helpful. The main writer for the Kamen Rider Build series, which is debuting in September 3rd, actually, which means we have literally like 5 episodes left of X-Aid. Literally 5 episodes left, and the last episode might be the crossover episode we've been having the last couple of years. So we have even less.
Well, maybe the last 2.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not gonna. It's gonna be the last one because we have the title for the second to last episode, and it is related to the ongoing X8 storyline at least. There's no title for the last episode, which is why people are assuming that.
Oh, well then, yeah.
But yeah, Shogo Muto is the main writer, and if you've never heard of that name when it comes to Tokusatsu, don't worry. He's not a Tokusatsu writer. He's a drama writer for various drama series that you probably don't care about because you've probably never heard of a single goddamn one. Essentially, you know all those shows on like CBS and ABC and NBC that we have? Kind of. It's that kind of it's that kind of stuff, you know, the stuff that's on those networks that, like, if you're not living in that country, you probably will never know about it. So we have that writer, but apparently he's a good writer, so yay.
He might do good at it, though.
Yeah, and he's also, like, excited to work on Rider because, like, he sees that Rider is a series that appeals to both kids and adults, and he wants to appeal to both, which is always a good mindset for writers.
Yeah.
We also have Ryuta Tazaki as the main director. His credentials, as listed in the article, are Kamen Rider O's, which we've both seen, Sujin Sentai Gingaman, which is the show we got Lost Galaxy from for Power Rangers. The Power Rangers with the Charlie Brown pattern on their costumes. That rings a bell? Probably not, because you probably haven't seen that. Okay. And Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, which, for those that don't know, that's the live-action Sailor Moon series. Yes, Sailor Moon got a live-action series. I'm not kidding. TV Nihon's got subs of it. I don't know if any Tokusatsu. I don't. Oh, right. What is her name? Mayu from Wizard.
Yeah.
Not Mayu from Wizard. No, that's not who I'm thinking of. The third mage's wife, the one that was pregnant, and the guy went in despair because he thought his wife was about to die.
Yeah.
She's Sailor Moon from that series. So I know at least one actor who was in that series. I don't remember anyone else. And we have a little bit of a story blurb. Apparently, an item known as the Pandora's Box is found on an expedition to Mars. Once on Earth, the box unleashes the sky wall around Japan, separating the nation into 3 parts. Monsters known as the Smash emerge after the wall rises and attack humanity. Build himself is said to be a genius physicist who views fighting as an experiment, mixing various battle styles with his arsenal of full bottles. So we have a literal physicist trying to stop the bad guys this year.
And we have another genius.
Yep. Also, I guess we gotta look at the mooks for this season and the first picture, which, if you're wondering why the helmet looks different between the 2 pictures, that's because the helmet in the first picture is the helmet that they use for shooting stunt scenes, because the suit actor can see through that helmet a little bit more clearer. Yeah, that's why there's a difference there. But also give us a look at the bike, which is confirmed to be that phone bike thing. It looks so weird. And once more, we have a dirt bike. Can we go back to not dirt bikes? I mean, I know the dirt bikes are better for stunt work, but I miss variety. Because most of the ones we've gotten recently have all been dirt bike models.
Well, I mean, we had a car.
Yeah, one car. And at least the 2 bikes for that series were not dirt bikes.
And we're not hardly used.
Yep. The Trideron got used more than them, and it was like twice their size.
Yep.
So yeah, September 3rd will be Build's premiere date. We haven't gotten much more information about Build since this release. We've mostly been getting X8 information. I think we did have scans, but it just gave us a whole bunch of attack names and nothing more. It just went, oh yeah, Build's showing up in the X8 movie and is gonna fight X8 like for a hot second before he goes on to fight Paradox, I believe. And I assume Gorilla Diamond will be one of his first forms since it's shown off in the movie as well.
The
only other thing we've gotten recently is X8 scans that tell us everything we already know about the upcoming final episodes. Outside the fight of, you know how Kronos seems like a kit bash of previous suits?
Yep.
How would you like a recolor of that kit bash for Gem Deus Kronos?
I'm assuming that's what we're fixing to get.
Yep. I believe the best way to describe it, if I can find the scans on the site real quick. Nope. Gotta go back further. Or not. I have to go somewhere else, because they're not here. Okay. They literally came out the same day as the other ones, unless they are in that article. They're probably in that article. I was about to say, come on. Wow, none of those have the scan. Or Gem Deus Kronos. What the hell? There we go. That's the article I'm looking for. Oop. There is the scan that gives us Gem Deus Kronos. He gets a big old sword and shield and a different. He trades out the green for like a yellowish brown. Yay! Also, I have to ask the question, where the fuck is Poppy? Like, what's more, Poppy is not really showing up at all. Which makes me wonder, did something happen to her suit? Or they had to, like, keep her suit only for the movie? Because Shinta pointed out in his reviews, and I kind of noticed it, does it feel like X8's been stalling a little bit with Kronos?
Yep.
I'm wondering if it's because they had to keep the Gem Deus suit for the movie, and they couldn't get access to the suit till now. Even though I think they're 2 different colors. Because Gem Deus is in the movie. We've known he's been in the movie for weeks now because of like the second trailer. But does that make it that he was unavailable for filming until now? And is Poppy in the same boat since she's not showing up at all, even though she's had every reason to be around as Poppy Ryder, but not?
Well,
or is that more just like we don't want to do anything with Poppy at all?
it might be more that, in all seriousness. Or it could also be, have you noticed that we had a big dip in the ride players as a whole?
Yeah, we haven't had right players for a while.
I'm
too.
wondering if her rider form kind of fell in the same category as that, since everyone else had upgrades except for her.
Well, it's weird because she was kicking everybody's ass with just Poppy. Like
I
she should be
know.
on like outside of Emu, she should be on everyone's tier level. Like maybe under Emu and Muteki and Paradox as he is right now. But like she was whipping Emu's ass in Maximum Mighty, I think.
Well, he wasn't really trying either. He was more wanting to talk sense into her.
True, but she whooped his ass pretty well. And like she was keeping up with Kronos alongside Laser and Emu and Muteki for the one fight. So she's at the very least on Laser Turbo's level.
Which we already know is level 0.
Right. But she's presumably level X like Gem is.
Maybe. She might also be level 0.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Poppy even has a proper level.
Well, the reason I say that is because it seems... if you think about it, the only reason that Gem still has the level X part is because of Dangerous Zombie. His base form is level 0. And I'm starting to think maybe all the bugsters have just a base form of level 0.
Well, she's level X, actually, according to the Comrade Wiki.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know where they got this information, but that's what they say.
Yeah. I don't either. Because I don't remember it ever being said.
I don't either.
And on top of that, like I said, everything seems like it would be pointing towards her being level 0, not level X.
And she's been in 5 episodes. Besides True Ending.
I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling like maybe they're just not using her for whatever reason.
That wouldn't be surprised, and that's mostly the cynical part of me from Arc 5 talking.
Well, like I said, I noticed too, the ride players got downplayed about the same time.
Yeah, which meant Nico got downplayed as well in terms of her rider form, but at least her last couple episodes explain why she's not been there, and at least next episode she's showing up as ride player Nico, and presumably gets to do the last hit on fucking Graphite. Because she's got the Magnum with her.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that makes sense. But that falls into her arc in the story too. So, really, in all realistic talk, Poppy's the only one that doesn't really have anything to gain being a rider.
Right, but like she had a declaration in an episode where it's like, I will fight alongside everyone. And then for several episodes, she didn't.
But I mean, like I said, there's not really a point in it.
Yeah.
Because in order to get rid of the bugsters, she would have to be destroyed too.
Except we have her gas at trophy, so we're fine. We actually have both of her gas at trophies actually now. So really, no, we don't.
It's one of those that it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Again, the cynical part of me from Arc 5 is like, yeah, there's was supposed to be something here, and they made a big deal about Poppy being a writer, and then they did nothing with it. And they just moved on. And that's a bad thing and a problem.
But, I mean, you look, it's kind of happened a lot.
Yeah, which is also bad. Like, it's bad of me to say that, like, the best written female writer we've gotten, well, the two best we've gotten was probably Nadeshko for Megamax and Ultimatum, and shit, now I'm forgetting her writer name. Marika, outside of her end. Like, Marika was good for Gaim until the end, where they wrote her out of the show in a really stupid, dumb way. Actually, they could have done her a little better because they could have made her motivations a little bit more concrete.
I was gonna say they still kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah, because her motivations weren't that concrete.
That, and look how quickly she even got downplayed.
Yeah.
It's one of those, I agree, probably one of the best representations there, but at the same time, even there were problems with hers too, and it's like, I don't know if they're just not willing to do that, or if it's a case of they're struggling to give them meaning to keep fighting.
Which feels really dumb because I'm just like, give them a motivation you would give any other character that was a male character. Give them a motivation that is simple and easy to work with.
Well, okay, here's the problem I'm seeing with Poppy, though.
Mm-hmm.
To just write her as a character that is gonna fight till the end is not really fitting of her.
Yeah.
What she's been doing in terms of trying to convince them to not fight it and just join them and help them end this once and for all, that fits her character.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need to beat someone over the head in order to get her point across. And it's one of those, it's like, if that's how they wanted to treat her all along, they shouldn't have gave her a rider form.
Yeah, they shouldn't have gave her a belt. Like, it's like the catch-22 of, like, if you weren't going to do anything with her, why'd you give her the belt to start with? And if you were going to give her the belt to start with, why didn't you think to give her more?
The only thing that I can possibly think of in terms of the reason why they showed that she could become a rider was maybe to also give hint towards other bugsters could too.
But that was like after Paradox is the problem.
But
in that case.
At the same point, we didn't know exactly what Paradox had done.
Or what Paradox would be capable of, more likely.
So maybe that was supposed to be that kind of, hey, bugsters can use these too concept. But
yeah.
at that point, I'm like, okay, that really should have been understood anyhow, because they had to go through the compatibility surgery in order to use the belts.
Yeah, and she's using a completely different belt as well, which is made for bugsters. She's not using the Gamer Driver, so...
I mean, there's so much there that even that's not right.
Yeah. I almost feel like, okay, like, I don't mean this to be demeaning, but like, if you treat Poppy as the nurse to Emu's doctor in the parallels of how the writers are supposed to be doctors, like, Poppy is the nurse to Emu's doctor, like, maybe have her more supporting all of them.
I don't see why they couldn't have done something along how Paradox has the manipulation of the power-ups.
Yeah.
Have her ability be something similar to that.
Yeah, because well, they haven't even really done anything with the gas head, because the gas head is a dating sim one, and it's just like you could do something here with this. Because it's like, all right, dating sim. How do we work dating sim into the mechanics of the whole rider system? In a good way. Outside of the fact they dropped the ball on having her and Nico be the only ones that could beat the shit out of Lovrika. Which
Yeah.
makes me think that's a part of the problem as well, is because they had Kronos take out Lovrika. And by doing that, it takes away the main opponent Poppy could have had right now through from there going forward. And it
Yeah,
makes me go,
that they could have done it with literally any other bugster,
yeah,
and it still would have had the same effects and could have ran the exact same path that it did now.
yeah. The problem is I feel like they wrote themselves in the corner by going, all right, Kronos needs to take out a bugster here to prove and like do the whole like stuck in an infinite loop of death thing in order to show how badass and powerful he is. The problem is, take out one of these bugsters and someone is left without a plot going forward. Because if he takes out Paradox,
That ends Emu then.
that ends Emu's entire plot line going forward, and also cancels out his ability to transform, so that's a problem because he's
And
our
kind
main
of kills
hero.
the show.
Yeah. We take out Graphite, that kills Brave and Snipe's character arcs going forward, because both of them are tied to Graphite.
Yep.
Kill Lovrika, and there goes Poppy's. So I guess it came down to, well, we can deal with Poppy losing hers, so Lovrika gets the short straw. Even though, since all the bugsters keep coming back, he literally could have done any of them. Done any of the throwaway ones. Instead of one of those three.
Because you could literally place any other bugster and that would have brought the shock that Paradox had. That would have brought the hatred that Graphite had towards Kronos.
Mm-hmm.
And it still really wouldn't have affected the main characters.
Yeah. Like, the best one, I think, would have been Salty.
Yeah.
Because it's like, do it with Salty, that way it like, maybe, like, throws a little bit at Emu. Because it's like, that was his first bugster. Or...
And it kind of be one of those, yeah, look, I did what you couldn't do. And
well,
that
more
could
like,
have helped.
I did so easily what you, like, had to put so much work into doing.
And that kind of would have helped spark a little bit more of a fire between the two of them.
Yeah. I mean, that, the Box Show Bike one.
He was kind of a throwaway. At least Salty's been in a couple of them, and we could at least be able to be like, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say the Box Show Bike one, just to maybe, like, propagate a little, like, thing about, yeah, anything related to Box Show Bike ends up dying horribly. Because that would have been kind of a funny...
that could have also... Well, no, it probably wouldn't have. I was going to say that could have also sparked a little bit of anger from Emu, but maybe not.
Yeah. I just think that would have been a nice parallel. It's like, well, it also been a nice parallel in the fact of, like, new big bad enemy bugster with the visor. Oh, yeah, kills the one related to Box Show Bike. Badly and horribly. Would have been a nice parallel to Gem's intro. Or Dangerous Zombie Gem's intro. Anyway, yeah. X8 was at least good this week with the Emu Paradox team up.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna pull a rabbit out of my hat trick that Kronos did at the end.
That he wasn't even aware of.
It's one of those that I saw that, and as soon as I saw it happen, I was like, wow, you just completely pulled that out of thin air.
Well, it's a Gem Deus Ex Machina. At least
You had to,
can,
didn't you?
Let's be honest. It's kind of written in there since it's Gem Deus Ex Machina, the thing everyone pulls from. That's where they pull this from. Is Deus is where this word's coming from, or where the wordplay is in there. So it's like, yeah, maybe he is allowed to pull one Deus Ex Machina because he literally is connected to the thing that Deus Ex Machina is pulled from the start with. Granted, it doesn't help that we have no idea what the fuck this reset's about and like how far it puts us back. Like, I assume, like, equipment-wise, well, no, it can't because Brave has got Tattle Legacy.
Yeah,
next
actually,
week, so it doesn't.
The only thing that we saw disappear was Hyper Muteki.
Yeah. That's going to be really weird if it's like, oh yeah, it reset like our equipment back to before like I developed Hyper Muteki, so I have to redevelop it again from scratch again.
The only thing I can think of is maybe since Gem already has created it, then we can get that back quicker.
I assume so, but it just feels like maybe this resets another one of those. We need to stall because we have to literally go to 5 episodes. We literally have to go to the end of August instead of starting in August. Like, I really have to see how the end of this X8 goes for me to feel like how badly they stretch this out, because I feel like they're stretching it out hard.
At this point, they definitely are.
Like
all seriousness, Kronos should have been done this week, period.
Yeah. Like, I almost want to say he should have been done for a couple weeks now, and we should have been well into Gem Deus showing up and having to try to beat him. And everyone
that very possibly.
Mm-hmm.
But even if we allowed everything to go like it did, this week was just the super, yes, we're padding it.
Mm-hmm. Like, with Emu and Paradox teaming up to beat Kronos, this should have been it. We should not be dealing with Kronos anymore. He should literally be gone.
He should either be completely gone or at the very least have joined them.
Yeah. Or since we have scans that show that we have Kronos Gem Deus, like, have Gem Deus manifest, and in him, as Shinta has pointed out, as a very obvious, like, way they could go about this, and have that be what repowers him, instead of this reset that gets rid of Hyper Muteki, because you wrote yourself in a corner by assuming Hyper Muteki is always invincible, which sounds kind of bad. It shouldn't be that he's always invincible. It should just be he's powerful enough to overthrow Kronos, but like he's going to struggle against Gem Deus because he's not the one that's supposed to beat him. I think X8 is still going to...
Instead, now we've got Invincible X8 going against God Mode Game Villain.
Yep.
And it's like, no one's going to win.
Yeah.
This is literally a stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
What I foresee gonna happen is the Chronicle gas set is gonna wind up either in their hands or there's gonna be a replica floating around before this is said and done.
Yeah.
Because we've already been told that Kronos is the only one that's supposed to be able to beat Gimdeus.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I wonder how these last few episodes are going to go before we get to what's assumingly the crossover episode, which I don't know why they need to dedicate an entire episode to the crossover. Like, with build starting so much sooner than X8 did, and Ghost did, and Drive did, and, well, Wizarding. Nope, Van Geim. Like, I don't think there's a reason to do a full crossover episode for this. Like, save the crossover stuff for the team up movie. Like, save it for there. Like, have it just be a tease. We don't need anything more than that. Like, tease the team up, but don't do anything more because, well, you have a whole team up movie for this. So,
Yeah.
plus, we're dealing with the fact that, as I read, Build has this huge fucking, like, world-changing event to start off its show with. How the does Build team up with X8 if that's not in play at the moment?
Well, okay. Didn't you say that the wall was encompassing all of Japan?
All of Japan, and then separated it into 3 sections.
So, hear this part out. That event could have actually happened during the same time X8 occurred. The problem here then lays in the fact of how come none of the X8 people know about this event?
Sounds like complicating it far more than it should be. Weird. Like, I can understand Bill showing up in the X8 movie because we're dealing with an AR world and the VR world stuff. Like, that's fine. Build, it's an alternate version of Build. I'm okay with that. I can even write out Ghosts because it's a time remnant of a ghost from the altering future. Like, if you're gonna do a crossover with episode with Build, you can't. I hate to always playing fast and loose with continuity so much sometimes.
I mean, it's still possible they could write it all in, but it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, because there's the Red Q Ranger showing up for X8 in an episode. You remember that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like the Q Rangers take place in the future. And I don't think we're on Earth at the moment.
So that don't work either then.
Yeah, literally doesn't work. Like, literally does not make sense. What? Anyway, you should probably talk about your quick draw at some point.
Maybe there's hope that they'll decide to do like another VR concept for their crossover.
Maybe. Once more, sponsored by PlayStation VR.
But yeah, you're right. We should move over to my quick draw because we've been going on for like half an hour now.
Yeah.
All I've got to say is holy glitch. That's all I've got to say. The clip can play itself whenever you want, but yeah.
Nope, I'm ready.
Okay. We'll start it In 3, 2, 1, go. Now, I watched this live and caught people clipping it afterwards, so yeah.
What?
Yup. Hitboxes.
Wait, how the fuck did Crash... Hang on, let me see which one crushed him.
I continued watching the stream after this.
Mm-hmm.
The best that anyone can figure out is it's the second set of crushers that actually do the crushing.
It is. It's timed perfectly for the second crusher.
Yeah.
But how the fuck Crash's hitbox is extended past there and... Well, not extended even, because the first one's not crushing him. Because the first one goes off, then it's the second one. How it's displacing his hitbox that far.
I don't think it's displacing his hitbox so much as it's displacing the crusher's hitbox.
That's possible.
Because his hitbox obviously is right, or the first one would hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the? What the?
And if you notice the splits, he already had a problem on Slippery Climb.
Uh-huh.
So needless to say, he was at the just screw it, I'm finishing the run mode, and then this happened, and he's like, and even Chad's like, wait, what? Hold on. That's not right.
Yeah. Yeah, that. You would...
Yeah.
I'm not even sure how to begin to figure this one out, because I'm like, it seems almost situational, but I also wonder, is it because he's standing dead center? Because he's standing dead center both times, I think.
He even made the comment that after he even made the comment that after the first time it did that, he kind of just wanted to sit there and see if it did it a second time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I would too, because it's just like, wait, what?
It was one of those he subconsciously kind of did it after it did it the first time to him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, and I love the fact that the chat's like, now the game's trolling you.
Yeah, that seems like a perfectly good, like, yeah, the game is now fucking with me. Like, is it because he's off center a little bit on the first one? He's a little left of center. Like, this has to be a very... I wouldn't say it's situational, because it's very possible you're going to stop there and wait on the crusher, depending on how quick you get there.
Yeah. It's like if you're not on that cycle, you would have to sit there and wait, and you would get hit by the second one. Even though you were nowhere close to it. Because that's exactly what happened. He missed the cycle. That's why he stopped, and it's like, wait, huh?
And he's further back on the second one. Like, the first one, he's right up against the edge. The second one, he's at least maybe 2 steps back.
That makes me wonder if you stand where the crushers actually collide on that second set.
Would you get hit?
Yeah. Because it makes me wonder if the hitbox is just off, or if that hitbox has been extended for some reason.
Wait, did Spike die to the first one or second one?
It was to the second one both times.
Is it a... Okay, he's coming off a respawn. Is it a weird glitch caused by dying to the second one and coming in off respawn?
The first time he didn't die going into it.
Okay, so it didn't exist the first time.
The first time he literally hit the checkpoint, went in, and he got... Or no, he did get crushed by the first one.
Okay,
It might be something with respawning. It might throw the hitboxes off.
I think it would be some combination of like getting hit and getting hit by one of those two crushers and respawning that it. I have to think this is like a 1 in a million derp glitch. That just some quirk in the coding caused this to happen.
It's one of those that is just super odd. And that's the problem with recreating the engine all on your own.
Yeah.
Because I'd have a funny feeling that if they just did a graphical update on the first crash, then it probably wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to play the game far enough to try to find out, because that would mean I would have to get through the level that I hate. But yeah, that's one of those that's like, huh.
Has Spike tried to reproduce this?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
He probably will, but no.
So I'm like, I'd have to wonder if he can reproduce it with the same circumstances. It seems like, yeah, that's an actual glitch that no one caught. But if he couldn't reproduce it, it seems just like one of those 1 in a million. Yeah, this kind of just happens because it's a quirk.
I feel like something like that would be easily reproduced.
Mm-hmm. Like me soft locking on a bonus stage in Crash 1.
I still don't know how you pulled that off.
Neither do I! And the video is up if you want to look.
I probably do.
Because I put out both of our sides of it, even though there's no point in me putting out both of our sides when we get to Skullgirls.
Eh.
Oh well, it's there for the Crash stuff.
But yeah. Well, that's mine. I don't even know what to say about that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have all sorts of fun watching people play Kingdom Hearts games. I think I'm mainly gonna follow Tom since he didn't experience the portable games, unlike me, who experienced all the ones that are playable when they came out on their original systems. And I know Tom says he's aware of, like, he kind of knows where everything, how the story goes, and I was like, all right, sure. Like, every time someone has to say it, ever says that, I'm just like, you don't need to say that. I don't know. That might be me just being skeptical of someone who has to preface say that. Is that bad?
Nah.
Because it's like when I have a video, when we have a video like with me trying to explain the entire plot of Kingdom Hearts in order, I had Wikipedia pages open to make sure I got stuff right. Like, I was trying to go off the top of my head in memory, but like I still had Wikipedia pages open to make sure I keep track of all this shit, because this shit it's ridiculous after a while. But like, I think my problem is right now, like, Tom's going to be going through Kingdom Hearts 1, and I don't think I want to watch him play Kingdom Hearts 1. Because it's like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 is like, it's good. Like, it's not as good as KH2, but it's still a good game. But there's nothing really, like, egregious there, especially since it's the start of the franchise. I want to see him play Chain of Memories. And I also think, oh yeah, Smarty's also doing Kingdom Hearts. I forgot. He's in the middle of KH1 at the moment as well. Like most of the Derp crews playing Kingdom Hearts as streams. Forgot. I want to see him play Chain of Memories. And I want to see what people think of Chain of Memories coming into it for the first time, especially coming off Kingdom Hearts 1. Of like, all right, action battle game or action RPG game. What do we go to? Card battles. What? Wait, what? How the fuck does this system? Oh, God. Because that'd be fun. I also wonder if Tom's going to also do Riku's story for KH1, or not KH1, for Chain of Memories. Or anyone's going to do Riku's side or Riku's stuff for Chain of Memories. But it's have to wait and see, and try not to get too like backseaty, I guess. Or be too quick to point out what they need to do or what they should do. Because I kind of feel the need to do that sometimes. On a game I know it's like, you should do this or need to do this or just equip this. You're fine. But I know Tom really does not want that. So, anyway, we're going to be back in 2 weeks with whatever's going to come out news-wise. I think Gamescom's coming up, I believe.
I don't know.
Nope. That's end of the month. No, Gamescom's not coming up soon. That's the 22nd to the 26th. So, in 4 weeks, we'll have stuff from Gamescom. But in 2 weeks, we'll have whatever fancy stuff's come out then. So, for Tommy, I'm Peace. Not everybody. We'll see you then.